Hey y'all. Okay, I think I'm live. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm giving people just a few minutes to get in here because I set my live up a little bit late. So if you're here, let me know you're here. Giving people just a few minutes to get in. So, hey y'all, as y'all come in, let me know you're here. I am running a little bit late today. It's been a really long day. And so I'm still trying to get in the hang of things from this week. But hey, Ernest. Hey, Beast by Blue. Hey, Mike. Hey, Roland. Hey, Lemon Dunn. Hey, Mr. Black Culture. Hey, Hammer. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy to be here. I don't know about y'all. If you're new, make sure you let me know where you're from because I love to know where you guys are from and where people are watching from. So I didn't send out a notification today, y'all. I apologize. I know some of y'all know I'm here every week, so you knew I was going to be here anyway, but I'm still giving people just a few minutes to get in here. Thank you, Roland. Hey, Mike. My people from California always rocking with me every time. So, Mike, I'm going to talk a little bit about just some of the stuff that's been going on in the media lately. Some connections that I've made. Okay, I got somebody from Denver. Hey, City Master. Hey, you're right. Hey, Jamal. I was just in Texas this weekend. Hey, Elizabeth. Born E.L. Thank you. Peace to the righteous and civilized from Huntsville, Alabama. Hey, Terrence from North Carolina. Y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't send out the notification today. I apologize. It's been a little busy day. Y'all see, Yo Right is getting on to me. Cajun is getting on to me. Okay, my moderators, they do not play. I apologize, y'all. Long day, but I'm going to do better next time. Scott, why do you hate Columbus, Ohio? I've heard good things about Ohio. Thank you, Flat Out Elected. Good evening to you, too. Why do you hate Columbus, Ohio? So I went to Houston this weekend. It was nice. It was very short-lived. The weekend passed by really fast, so I would have preferred a couple of more days to be there and really get to enjoy the city, but it was nice. Amber said live streaming is hard. Better to surprise stream than flake. I don't know how my moderators feel like that. They kind of own me right now. But I'm pretty much still here like every Tuesday at 7. Unless I say otherwise, I will let y'all know well in advance. But I apologize for not sending out notifications earlier. Okay, Spring Texas, cool. Hey, Sydney. Scott said because everyone always yaps about the stupid Buckeyes, originally from Iowa. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. But anyway, my Tuesday is going really good, other than a little busy. I think this week is going to go by really fast. So we'll see. But I just want to... It was turned, Jamal. It really was. Hey, Jean. Hey, Deshaun. Yeah, it was turned. But basically just gonna talk about some things that... Hey, H-Town. Okay, Lenny Villa. I was in your town this weekend, girl. I was there. It was nice. It was lit. Hey, Wall Street Tech. Thank you. It said it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit freezing. Nice hair. Thank you. All right, we got Demetrius from Grand Rapids. Yes, Lenny, I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I wish I could have done more. It's like the weekend went by so fast. So, all right, Purdue. Thank you. Purdue is a new sub. Welcome. We're like one big family over here from Old Point Comfort, VA, aka Hampton, Virginia. Welcome. Thank you for the subs and for everybody that subbed to me. Thank y'all. So dope. But y'all, okay, so first of all, and Purdue, as you can see, we're very petty over here, okay? Jean said, Wall Street, don't be getting Subway sandwiches at 2 a.m. MAGA may get you with the rope and bleach. So, yeah, they real petty over here. Hey, Tucker. So, about that, as a matter of fact, it looks like more and more information. I mean, I told y'all from the beginning. I think this was like 2 weeks ago. I told y'all it was looking very suspicious. The facts just wasn't adding up. It wasn't making sense. I had questions. You know, it wasn't necessarily a question of did he get attacked. It was more a question of some of these details. It's looking a little sketchy. So I can't wait till more information comes out because I got a video for y'all that I'm like preparing on that. Beast by Blue, yes. I watched Kamala's Breakfast Club interview. It was really boring. I wanted to click off like probably 10 minutes in. It put me to sleep. I get so annoyed by that laugh that she does, which is like I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm trying to relax and let you know like we here type laugh. Oh my God, it drives me crazy because it comes off so inauthentic. I won't. I'm going to watch other interviews to kind of compare like her language, body language, and see if she has that same. Like she was just over laughing at some points. You go back and watch. Go back and watch it. You can tell when people are like. I was like, girl, that wasn't even that funny. Yes. Hey, Lavon. And yes, she is Black now. So she finally said it at the end of the interview, which I'm thinking, do I need to go stitch articles and videos of you saying that you were the first Indian American woman this and Indian American woman that? But yep, she came out and said it. At the end of the interview, I think it was a softball interview. I think sometimes you have Charlemagne where he like, you know, wants to go in. He acts like he wants to talk and ask questions. I feel like his interview with Cory Booker, he was more like serious and focused, and it wasn't as soft as an interview with Kamala. So I thought that was interesting. And then CNN comes out with a friggin' news segment saying that people are saying that Kamala Harris isn't black enough. Like, that is so annoying and an insult to our intelligence. It's so freaking annoying. Nobody cares if ultimately, if you're not pandering, if you're not faking to make it, okay, and they feel like you are working on their behalf. No one cares. But if you come out pandering, of course, people are going to call you out on it. Well, Jay said you pronounce her name fine the first time. The second pronunciation is to sound less ethnic, like Lakeisha, and more exotic. I believe you. I believe that too. Kamala. Because of that Allah end, right? It does sound very ethnic. And I noticed other people were saying that too. Like, kind of trying to play with, she was trying to play with the enunciation of her name to sound less ethnic, right? Because the Allah at the end does kind of give it like a very Indian ethnic sound. So, but yes, Elizabeth. She's been doing a lot of that. I think I'm going to just put a whole video together about that. Just all these golden moments that she's had. Oh, and yes, that's another thing. So the whole thing about the weed, y'all. So at the end of the interview, Kamala goes on to talk about how she's tried weed back in college, and she just, oh my God, man. I feel like, she's one of those like old people that's trying to sit at the table with the young kids and, well, back in my day, and laughing and trying to act hip. So anyway, at the end of the interview, she goes on to talk about like how she smoked weed. She tried weed, right? Back in college. Now, not only do you say you tried weed, during this time when you were smoking weed, your favorite musicians were Snoop Dogg and Tupac. So people gonna pull receipts. People gonna pull receipts. We are in the age of the internet. Come on now. So people go on to pull receipts. Tupac and Snoop Dogg wasn't even making music when you were in college. So you didn't say Run DMC, LL Cool J. Probably could have even said Uncle Luke. His name been in the press lately. You know what I mean? Uncle Luke. No, you wanted to, because y'all have to think of the audience she's talking to at the Breakfast Club, right? I mean, so is she gonna tell y'all, yeah, Tupac, because people love Tupac. Could have said Public Enemy, No, she wanted to make it as relatable and cool as possible. Girl, you should have known those people was gonna pull those receipts. Do better. Like, who are these people campaign managers? Who are their marketing people that's telling them, now look, I'm going to brief you before you go out here. This is what I need you to not do, and this is what I need you to do. And that person should be the person with their ears to the street, like, they're not feeling you right now. I forgot she said that. Purdue said, well, she did have one of the cassette tapes in the car. Oh, my God. Beats by Blue said legalizing weed does nothing for me. I'm from Cali where it is legal and have never smoked a day in my life. Keno said Kamala's old. She should have said Michael Jackson or Madonna. Right. She should have known people were going to pull those records. Yes, Caleb. So much cringe. Oh my God. But if y'all have not seen the most recent video that I did, make sure y'all check out Hey Monster, my most recent video where I talked about the comments that Simone Sanders said about where Uncle Luke made that he wrote an article talking about why he didn't think that black men would win the vote for Kamala Harris or whatever. And Simone Sanders basically go on to tweet, you know, you're not a political strategist. Where do these black men keep popping up with their unsolicited opinions? And so after I made the video, I just thought more about it. And I'm like, what? Imagine if somebody would have said, I'm tired of Jews popping up with their unsolicited opinions. I'm tired of gays popping up with their unsolicited opinions. I'm tired of women oh my God. Imagine, y'all. Imagine a male commentator, a male political analyst tweeting, I am tired of women popping up with their unsolicited opinions. Do y'all know that person will not have a job today? Do y'all realize that? No job at all. Like, so when you think about that any other way, right? I'm tired of blank popping up with their unsolicited opinions. The only two you can probably put in that blank is white man and black man. And the only person that can put black man in that blank has to be a black woman, right? Because had that been anybody else, people would be calling for their hairs right now. Like, just think about it. Try putting anybody else. Thank you, Super Chicken. Just literally think about it. Try putting anybody else in that blank. Tired of these blank popping up with their unsolicited opinions. White men, black men. If a white person would have said that, it would be all type of signs and marches going on at CNN headquarters right now. So only certain people can get away with this mess and this foolishness. Does that make it okay? Jamon says some people get a pass because they are with those same people to keep our people down. Roland said, bingo, Rhonda. Caleb said, wait, wasn't she the one with the anti-gay post? I doubt it. I don't recall Caleb, but I highly, highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. People would be going for her head right now because it's certain groups you just not about to say anything about. Let somebody come out and say something about women like that. It's over with, period. It's over with. Cajun said, I like Tesla and she real with it. I watched that interview that she did in Breakfast Club and I posted it. And I really liked that interview. And I think I saw a couple of other things that she did on Fox. And I need to do more research into her and really see what she's about, really see, you know, her platform and what she has going on. But I will tell y'all this, to see Black people in general Having a platform that is not in this one box that represents diversity of thought, that is so important, because some people are so caught up in this narrative, and then you literally have these media personalities that are the ones that help push these narratives, right? How often do y'all see a Black person in the media saying, you know what, I'm not for illegal immigration, I'm not with it? How often do they get a platform, right? They try to make it seem like it's just a one person issue. It's a one group issue. It's a only Trump voter issue. It's an only white person issue. I was watching something the other day where Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about how the Trump administration basically asked him for his research about how illegal immigration affects Black people in particular. Dr. Clyde Anderson is a very well-respected man that has the stuff behind his name to prove what he represents and what he stands for. Y'all think they letting him on CNN? No, because it's no, they try to parade around this diversity of skin color. But how diverse is that if everybody thinks the same? Think about that. If you have any diversity of thought, you're out of there. If you don't agree with every talking point, you're out of there. Teslin talked about how CNN won't even invite her over there. She said, they have my number. And they literally won't even invite me onto their panel because I am going to challenge them. I am going to ask them questions. I am going to point out facts. I am not going to line up with them on every single talking point. So the overreach to silence people, y'all, is so real. It's so real. Censorship is so real. And for y'all to see a progression, I've been showing y'all from Roland Martin to Simone Sanders to Bagari Sellers to Angela Rye to Joy Reid. Every couple of days is somebody else silencing people, dismissing them, verbally attacking them. And so y'all are going to see these alternative media start to grow more and more. Because now a lot of people are looking for the truth. Sydney says CNN doesn't want the truth. I agree. Because it's all agenda based. It really hurt my feelings, y'all, when I watched the State of the Union. And you have these people that are supposed to be representing us, you and me sitting at home, and literally will not clap for the things that affect me and you, but will give a standing ovation to applaud themselves. If that doesn't say a lot about the state of affairs of where we are, this political game, how people try to use us as pawns. And they're it's bad out here. It's bad out here. Anyway, let's get into this, because what I was just saying is crazy. It goes into what I'm going to be talking about tonight. Tony said those people were a disgrace. To know that you have people, I don't give a crap how you feel about a person. I don't give a crap how you feel about a person. When you are hired to work on the behalf of Americans, the people you represent, your city, your state, whatever the case may be. You should care about that. When you have people that don't applaud the fact that more people have jobs now than before, where people are being let out of prison, where initiatives are helping women across the world, initiatives for women are being put into place. I don't even think they stood up for that. They didn't even stand up until this man said that there are more women in Congress now than before. Like, I don't care how much you hate anybody, Ernest. My thing is, you're there to do a job. And at the end of the day, it's about the people. Caleb says because they're blinded by hate, and it's sad. It's sad. Lenny said they constantly contradict themselves. Slight Tendency said it seems like they care more about hating Trump and Republicans than actually getting stuff passed that benefits us. Shows you who they're really here for, and it ain't for us. And that's the thing. Like, Roland said maybe we should just clear out the House and Senate and redo all the elections. And that's my thing. Some of these people are career politicians. How are you still there? Ernest said they're blinded by rage. So much so. So much so. And for me to be able to be at home and see that. What does it hurt you? What does it hurt you to be happy or applaud for a fact, a positive thing, a benefit, better numbers, whatever? But let me show y'all these. So let's talk, because I don't usually cover things like this, but I just want to make a point and show y'all some stuff that I've been thinking about and some connections that I've been making. So it's Black History Month. Now, during Black History Month, you got all this blackface stuff going on. All right, let me show y'all these. So we started here with Ralph Northam, okay? Governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam. We started here. And the crazy part is we didn't even really start here, okay? This picture was leaked after he talked about infanticide. Infanticide meaning killing an infant. And I hate to say it that way. Like, it really sucks. But he made the comments on the radio about infanticide. You had these pictures that were leaked. We started here. All right. This is where we started. Him, Mr. Cool Man, a term that was coined by his own friends and he took on. So I'm guessing this is him in the blackface. All right. Mr. Cool Man, you're in your blackface, standing next to your friend in a KKK hood. But somehow we ended up here. Now, somewhere between last week and this week, We found some type of outrage at Gucci. Over there, what is it? Some type of sweater, okay? Blackface sweater, supposedly $890. Now you have the controversy behind the sweater being pulled, this, that, and the other. Then you have Prada, right? With the little monkey face, the red lips. Then you have I think this is called Morcelle, with the jacket, with the black face, and the red lips. Okay. And then you have Katy Perry with her shoe. Right? All these things coming out. Now, somehow, we started at Governor Northam. Did somebody say, well, let's just pull everybody receipts now. Let's just pull everybody blackface receipts. Here's the shoe from Katy Perry. Now, note this shoe also comes in white as well. You got the sweater. So my thing is, what's really going on? Now, I will say this. We had the shoe that came back that got the backlash from Adidas. Now, I will say this about this shoe, okay? I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, people talking about it's a white shoe. How can a white shoe be racist? Now crybabies are calling white shoes racist. And I think that is a very vague argument when it comes to this shoe. Now, I'm not going to talk about this shoe for long, but I just want to make a point, okay? For some of y'all that don't know, if you've been rocking with me for a while, a lot of y'all know that I'm an artist. I do art. So mostly now I do photography, but I also know how to paint and draw, which is really embarrassing to talk about, but I haven't done it in a long time. Shame on me. Anyway, but when these shoes are created, when clothes are created, you have a team of people. You usually have either, so like this was for a Black History release, right? So you usually either have an artist that's commissioned, you have a team that works on these things. You literally have an artist that sits around, they think about the theme that they want to portray, right? And then they present it amongst their team. The artist presents it to their marketing team, their strategy team, design development, whatever, okay? The fact of the matter is, I'm not going to sit here and say that creating a white shoe during Black History Month is racist. Oh my God. I'm not going to sit here and say that. But what I am going to say as an artist is this designer 100% missed the mark. 100% missed the mark. People are trying to act like these things aren't done intentionally, but they are. Okay, you don't think an artist being commissioned for a Black History project is gonna sit there and think about the type of designs that they want to do for that project? So as an artist, you miss the mark. If you're going to do a Black History shoe, if you are going to pander for money, right? If you are going to pander for social justice, if you are going to say we want to do a Black History release, don't miss the mark. That just makes sense. So yes, you're going to get backlash. This is a not thought out, not well designed shoe. Period. Especially if we're gonna put it out for Black History Month. Just the bottom line. Okay. So the designer missed the mark. But at the end of the day, with all that said, with everything we've seen, I continue to tell y'all that these designers are trolling you. These people have whole design departments. They have people that have to sign off on these designs. Gucci just got thousands, if not millions, in free marketing this week. 9 times out of 10, most times, what do they say? Bad publicity is still good publicity. These people troll to cause tension. Now, the Katy Perry shoe, like I said, this shoe also comes in white that I saw earlier. And so, how did we start here and end up here? Who gives a crap about Gucci? Literally, who gives a crap? These people troll for money, they troll for views, they troll for clicks. They constantly do this. Then you have these celebrities that egg it on and rile it up. Why are you spending $890 freaking dollars on a sweater when you are the same people talking about economic disparities here? Black media personalities care about Gucci. Y'all handle this. But the emotionalizing, the trauma, the current, the constant stirring up of emotions and this is for a reason. Now you literally have people calling for the forgiveness of Ralph Northam. Are you going to forgive Katy Perry? Are you going to forgive Gucci? Like, what's really going on? What do people actually care about? Where are your priorities? It's something so convenient for people to turn their head from people that make laws. This man, cool man, he makes laws. He enforces policy. Where was it? Where was that other article that I want to show y'all? Black leaders say to forgive, forgive Northam. 8 leaders hold a news conference on the steps of the state capitol on Monday, calling for people to forgive Northam. Let's look at this real quick, y'all.
Against the governor.
Some are even calling for forgiveness following Ralph Northam's blackface picture scandal.
13 News Now, Stephen Graves is live in Richmond with the latest on the Capitol turmoil.
Well, this latest call came from a small group of community leaders that gathered on the steps of the Capitol behind me. They had a loud voice today, wanting not only forgiveness from the public, but also other elected officials. There's a different call of action echoing outside the Virginia State Capitol. Cheyenne Moss among the crowd who says they've had a change of heart since hearing Governor Ralph Northam admit to wearing blackface 30 years ago.
My gut reaction, because I was born in the 60s and went through first integration, I was calling for his resignation. Then that Sunday following that, I did go to church and I did listen to that and had to take a soul search
Moss, and multiple Black, faith, even former political leaders, now saying they want Governor Northam to stay amid calls to resign.
I invite those elected officials today, read the words on my lip, to look in your closet. I guarantee you there's a dirty garment.
This comes after a week of chaos at the Capitol for top Democrats. Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax leading Senate proceedings today as he faces sex assault allegations. Delegate Patrick Hope walking by reporters after rescinding calls for Fairfax's impeachment. Most lawmakers still want a full investigation and resignations. The crowd gathered did not condone or excuse blackface, but called blackface admissions by Northam and other leaders like Attorney General Mark Herring mistakes. John Boyd, president of the National Black Farmers Association, says he met with Northam recently.
He has a good heart.
He has a good heart. I looked in his eyes. So everybody been getting their receipts pulled. So is it levels to the blackface? Is it, if you find out that Gucci donates to Black organizations, do they also deserve forgiveness? Like, what is it, y'all? And this is why I don't particularly care about this stuff, because it is a contradictory freaking hamster wheel. It's nothing but full of emotions. At the end of the day, right? If you come home, if your refrigerator was empty before you left, it's going to be empty when you come back, whether you went to Gucci or Ralph Northam to protest. Either way, if you weren't making the money you want to make, I feel like with Ralph Northam, that's what a conversation should be. If you don't want to wear Gucci, you don't want to promote Gucci, you don't want anything to do with Gucci, Adidas, Prada, Marcel, don't wear it. Don't. Totally free country. But to allow yourself to be taken on this emotional hamster wheel for stuff that at the end of the day, they continue to do this, okay? It's not by accident. These people are not this dumb. We're talking multi-million-dollar companies that have whole marketing teams, y'all. Strategists, analysts that literally sit there and say, I wonder how this shirt will make my customers feel. I wonder how this new shoe will it make them, like, look at the social justice commercials we have now, right? We have the commercials that are trying to empower women and make women feel strong and talk about toxic masculinity. Y'all know there are people sitting there coming up with these concepts. This is not, a mishap. This is not by accident. This is also not by accident that all this information comes out the same time Governor Ralph Northam is going through this situation. Now, is it to make him look worse? Is it to divert attention away from what happened with him? I really don't know. But I'm starting to think that nothing is by chance. All of this happens in the most opportune time. Cameron State says racism is a business. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. So, and see, let me show y'all the rest of this. So I came across this today. Okay, so Sydney says everybody needs to be held to the same standard, but that's not happening. And how are you going to do that? right? You have a segment came out. What's that lady name? Joy something. Joy something. What's that lady name? Joy Behar. You have Joy Behar coming out. They pulled up receipts on her. She dressed up as an African woman for Halloween back in her day. Are you going to fire her too? Like, what's the rhyme and reason? Black outrage is a business. That's what Beats by Blue said. Baltimore said racism is a business. Booker T. Washington spoke on it 100 years ago. Jean said the influencers of groups need to stop selling out. Racism is a business. But this is Joy. What do y'all think gonna happen to her? Now, Megyn Kelly got fired for even just saying, well, what's wrong with if you admire a black singer or actor or whatever the case may be. And then you have Joy Behar here that actually did it. Does she get fired too? Who gives a crap? Unless this person is legislating, unless this person is putting money in your pocket, who freaking cares? And I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to remind y'all why I don't care and you shouldn't care. I want y'all to see this. I came across this clip earlier today.
Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off brands. Buying by brand. That's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
Isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. That's the second thing.
Yeah. That's 1954. 1954. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. America in general was one of the biggest consumers. We are literally addicted to brands. Like, there's a whole strategy. Why the heck? Who gives a crap about Gucci? Who cares about Prada? Who cares about Marcel? I had never heard of them until now. Who freaking gives a crap about Katy Perry's shoes? Is that really a pressing issue? Why do you need to boycott them in the first place? And I'm not really like out here checking for people money. It's your money. Enjoy it. But that video literally says something about the psyche of people and what we think is important. So now you have people paying more attention to these brands, right? Because obviously 1954, this video says this is what we care about. Then the freaking governor who was okay with killing babies. It literally took this to come out, Coon Man Blackface, for people to give a crap. Really? And look what else it reminded me of.
Some people say that about this president. How do you respond to that? What do you make of that?
I think we need to care about all people. And I believe that when I went on to NBC, I was very emotional and I was programmed to think from a victimized mentality, a welfare mentality. I think that with Blacks and African Americans, we really get caught up in the idea of racism over the idea of industry. We say if people don't have land, they settle for brands.
If people don't have land, they settle for brands. If people don't have lands, they settle for brands. Now, do you understand why people are going crazy about what the heck is happening over at Gucci? 1954, they told us. Now, this is Kanye in 2018. When people don't have land, they settle for brands. This is not new. I'm going to go back just a little bit because I want y'all to hear it again.
I think we need to care about all people. And I believe that when I went on to NBC, I was very emotional and I was programmed to think from a victimized mentality, a welfare mentality. I think that with Blacks and African Americans, we really get caught up in the idea of racism over the idea of industry.
We get caught up in the idea of racism over industry.
If people don't have land, they settle for brands. We want Polo Sport and Obama again. We want a brand more than we want land because we haven't known how it feels to actually have our own land and have ownership of our own blocks. So when you don't have ownership, then it's all about how something looks. It's about the patina. It's not about the soil. It's not about the core. So we focus more on, is somebody wearing something? Does someone disrespect me? So I gotta shoot them? Or the idea of someone being racist. You know, we talk about police murders, which we definitely have to.
Y'all, I'm gonna play that one more time because I literally people gave Kanye hell. I'm like, but are y'all listening to what this dude is saying? I'm going to play it one more time because this is so important and it's so relevant. Man, you got to listen to people, man.
All people. And I believe that when I went on to NBC, I was very emotional and I was programmed to think from a victimized mentality, a welfare mentality. I think that with Blacks and African Americans, we really get caught up in the idea of racism over the idea of industry. We say if people don't have land, they settle for brands. We want Polo Sport and Obama again. We want a brand more than we want land because we haven't known how it feels to actually have our own land and have ownership of our own blocks. So when you don't have ownership, then it's all about how something looks. It's about the patina. It's not about the soil. It's not about the core. So we focus more on, is somebody wearing something? Does someone disrespect me? So I gotta shoot them? Or the idea of someone being racist. You know, we talk about
like do y'all stop sharing. Do y'all see now? Do y'all see how I'm connecting the dots? Do y'all see how this stuff is so relevant? Do you see why I don't get on here and make videos about random freaking acts of racism, random freaking people and brands doing stuff that I shouldn't give a crap about anyway? Because my biggest freaking mission in life, and I actually had somebody tell me that, I would love for you to get on YouTube and focus on some of these racist acts and racist people. I would love to hear you talk about that. For what? For what? Does that empower you? Does that help you sleep at night? Does that give you jack off material? Does that put food in your refrigerator? What does that do for you? I don't give a crap about Gucci. I don't give a crap. How is that going to affect me? People are trolling y'all for money and likes and views. You can't talk out both sides of your mouth. Which one is it? What do you really care about? Now, everybody got their lane and what they care about and what they talk about. There's nothing wrong with talking about these things. But when you allow yourself to be taken on these freaking emotional roller coasters of people that are using you and pimping you out for money and views, and they are a part of the same system that you say you hate, and you feed right into it. But literally, what if everybody woke up and was like, I don't give a crap. I'm just trying to make money. I'm just trying to create a better life for my kids. I'm trying to get land. I'm trying to think about industry. That's what we need to be headed with. For everybody, all of us, right? All of us want our kids to be educated well, to be able to live in safe neighborhoods, to be able to make money. Who gives a crap about what the heck Gucci is doing? So it makes me wonder, why is this happening now? Why is all this happening now? Nothing is by chance. Nothing is by accident. Kanye West said when people don't have land, they settle for brands. How can you tell me that's not the same Kanye West from College Dropout? How can you sit here and tell me that? Y'all not listening. Y'all just looking. Y'all just watching. He just sat there and said, sometimes Black people just don't like what they see visually, right? They don't like what they see, how it makes them feel. But are you listening? Are you getting it? Is it clicking? 1954, these people sitting here telling you what they can make you do to fall in love with their brand. Here we are in 2019, and people still falling for the same okie doke. How you gonna talk about economic empowerment and you were even looking at a $940 freaking sweater in the first place? Lenny said the media convinced us he's crazy, so we wouldn't listen. Absolutely. They took the most what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but it's when you can like switch something to look bigger or, you know, different than what it is. They took all those moments, created sound bites to make this man look crazy, and this man was straight spitting facts. Did I like every single thing about that meeting? I mean, no, and I made a video talking about that. But they call this man every single name in the book. And this man spitting straight facts, man. That is a gem. When people can't buy land, they settle for brands. Now you understand why people tripping about Gucci. Now you understand why people tripping about Prada. Same Dems, different year. But one day people gonna get it, man. Like, I'm out here looking for a better future, trying to create a better future, trying to do something with myself. You think I got time to worry about what the heck Gucci is doing? Prada, Katy Perry. But y'all, this is just my little thoughts. I think they were just trying to sneak that stuff in there to take a little heat off Ralph Northam, right? It's like they throw a rock and everybody look this way. He over here. Everybody head turn. Now they focused on this. So now you can put that in the media instead of focusing about what Ralph Northam doing and saying every moment. So just imagine if you had everybody focus on the stuff that was actually affecting them. Like at this very moment. And not saying, you know, because some people be like, we can do both. I can focus on both. It's not even a matter of that. It's a matter of you giving people so much power over you. People are pulling y'all strings like little puppets. Like, you want to see us make them dance this week? Let's do it. Like little puppets. Control your emotions. I mean, so that's my little thoughts on that. But I mean, what do I know? So when y'all don't see me come out with these videos about this happened, this person made this shirt, this person said this person made, I don't care. Sorry to tell you. I don't care. But I guarantee you there are hundreds of other people talking about it on YouTube. Just click it in. Select who you like to watch. They are talking about it, but it won't be me. And the only reason I'm talking about it now, because I'm connecting these dots. And I'm like, when Dr. Phil came out with that story about the treasure girl, I told y'all what these people are doing to you. They are using you. They are using you. So, all right. So, Paul said, I'm into farming. It's great and it provides independence. That's cool, Paul. What type of farming? Y'all, General said, you are not alone. Thank you for sharing. Thank y'all for letting me share, man. Thank y'all for letting me share. Like, honestly, that's so important. Because people have me out here thinking something wrong with me. And I'm like, I mean, cool. Paul farms fruits and vegetables. That's what's up. Cindy said they don't want us to think about them killing babies. That's why they ended up digging up that picture of Ralph Northam. If you were gonna be mad, if you're gonna put your energy into that, if you're gonna spend your life chasing racism, because that's what you're doing, okay? If you're gonna spend your life chasing racism, and it's gonna take you, you're gonna be running like the freaking what was that doggone bird on Looney Tunes? The Road Runner. Cause it's gonna take you all over. So if you're gonna chase racism to this end of America, to the next end of America, it looks to and seems to be very tiring. Okay. But not only that, if you're going to do it, my suggestion would to be to chase the one that actually impacts your life. I mean, it's just a thought now. I mean, I'm just little old RhondaMary, but it's just a thought. So, I mean, hey. Howard said Soldier Boy switch from Gucci to Fendi, big deal. I'm very into, now I haven't gotten into this with my shopping, but I need to. But I'm very into eating local and trying my best to support like local brands. From like my gym to places I eat. I wish we had a local grocery store closer, but it's too far away from where I live. But I actually don't do like a lot of shopping. But support people in your own backyard. Support some of these freaking designers that y'all follow on Instagram and YouTube. Small startups, local people. I mean, that's just an idea. Beats by Blue said, you go to Whole Foods, it's expensive, bruh. I was shopping at Whole Foods for a little while, but kind of stopped. That's when I was doing this, some type of diet, some type of something I was doing where it was kind of like a high fat, low carb diet. And so I had my little moment where I was going to Whole Foods, but I ain't on it right now. And yes, it is expensive. You come out with one bag and you spent $150. What the heck? But anyway, so real quick, I also want to just mention Alexandria Cortez came out and with this Green New Deal, and I wanted to just talk about this just real quick, y'all. I just wanted to hit on a couple of points that, you know, I think people don't often think about, and we can talk about it a little bit. Roland said, oh, Lord. I know, right? All right, so this is an article from The Guardian. And it says, what is a Green New Deal and how would it benefit society? So Republicans call it a social manifesto. Environmental groups hail it, and some say it doesn't go far enough. Oh, Lord. So Congresswoman Alexandria Cortez, with dozens of co-sponsors, have introduced a vision for the Green New Deal. So the proposal outlines the broad principles of a plan simultaneously to fight inequity and tackle climate change. It does not contain policy details or advocate for specific ways of reducing greenhouse gas emissions, but with a broad brush, it aims to make the U.S. carbon neutral net zero carbon emissions in 10 years. 10 years. The Green New Deal recognizes that transition will require massive change. It endorses ways of ensuring that vulnerable populations, including the poor, people of color, indigenous populations, and communities already facing environmental degradation, take part in the planning process and benefit from the green economy. See, now I'm gonna have to find more information because they love to use like buzzwords like this, but what does that actually mean? Like, how do you envision it? How do you envision making the most vulnerable populations, allowing them to take part in the planning process and benefit from the green economy? Anyway, so let's go down to basically some of the things that this thing does, y'all. So, how would it fight climate change? The goals of the document include a 10-year national mobilization to build resiliency against climate change related disasters, okay, whatever that means. Upgrade infrastructure. I wish this particular article went deeper, y'all, but they literally want to replace like all the buildings in 10 years. Meet power demand with clean, renewable, and zero emission energy sources. Expand energy efficiency and access to power. Work with farmers to cut emissions. Okay, so you start to read this, right? And you're like, oh, sure, yeah. Like, I'm cool with a healthier, earth. I'm cool with a healthier, greener America. Overhaul the transportation sector with electric vehicles, public transportation, and high-speed rails. Until you start to hear something like that. So they want to get rid of cars, overhaul the transportation sector with electric vehicles, public transportation, and high-speed rail. So replace cars with electric cars, replace airplanes with high-speed rails. Now you just got to think about, you said you were watching out for the poor, minorities. How are these people going to get electric vehicles? Remove greenhouse gases from the atmosphere by bolstering forests. All right, look at some of the other things that the Green New Deal calls for. A guaranteed job with fair pay, family and medical leave, paid vacations, and retirement security. A guaranteed job. Universal high-quality health care. Free higher education. Access to affordable, safe, and adequate housing. Stronger labor, workplace health and safety, anti-discrimination in wage and hour standards. The cleanup of hazardous waste sites. Access to clean water and air, health and affordable food and nature. Let's look at this first one again. A guaranteed job with fair pay. So I said a guaranteed job with fair pay. I started to ask myself, what the heck does that sound like? A guaranteed job with fair pay. What does that sound like to y'all? A guaranteed job. Communism. A political theory derived from Karl Marx, advocating class war and leading to a society in which all property is publicly owned. All property is publicly owned. So all of your education, it'll be free, your health care, your buildings that you're updating in 10 years, your transits that people are gonna have to take, your what's it called? Your rail system. And each person works and is paid according to their abilities and needs. Each person works and is paid according to their abilities and needs. Does that sound a lot like a guaranteed job with fair pay? Does that sound like the government that will provide health care, have all the control over your health care and your education? Communism. Each person works and is paid according to their abilities and needs. Everything sounds good till it doesn't sound good. Do y'all want the government picking y'all job? What if the job you want to do is no more room for that job? What if you can't get paid what you think is fair pay because of the people in that job? Is there going to be a list of jobs? If you can't find a job and they say, okay, hey, you can do this. It really makes me wonder, like, do y'all remember when it used to be socially unacceptable to admit the fact that you are a socialist here? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that time? I follow 2 girls on Instagram that I think are like really dope. So y'all know when people say free, 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 it's not really free, 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 free. Somebody pays for these things, right? There's 2 girls that I follow on Instagram that I think are like so dope. You know, they both started off in their own kind of unique situations. But basically, Zachary said that time wasn't too long ago. Exactly. It's like we're living in a matrix. Right? But right now, they want to tax the rich. This is what Alexandra Cortez is saying. They want to tax the rich 70%. Am I saying that right, y'all? What she's saying, 70%? Let me know. But y'all don't think that it's going to bounce off to people that are not rich? When everybody has to have a job. Okay, Roland, so I was right, 70%. When everybody has to have a job, 70 freaking percent. Let me tell y'all this. I follow 2 girls on Instagram that I think are really dope, okay? Because their stories are inspiring to me. They're very dope, crafty, creative in the fields that they are in. One of them, I already mentioned her once before. Her name is Super Scent on Instagram. This girl has been to jail. Like, she worked in like a restaurant. This girl is a millionaire now. She is making money. She does makeup. I would have thought makeup was already a saturated field. Now think about if you living in society where they pick your job for you, or people have to do this or can't do that. Because at some point, some fields are going to be too saturated. I look at this girl, she's making millions. Imagine if somebody would have came to her and said, oh, that field's taken, can't do it. We already got enough people in that field. That can't be your job. We got to make sure everybody can get a go. And then I look at this other girl that I follow. Her name is Jay Nice. She does like designer clothing. And the other day she posted this story about how, you know, when she was growing up, like, you know, her mom, I think she said her mom was like either on drugs or in the streets. Her grandma raised her. She grew up on like food stamps and all this stuff. This girl is making money now. Money. Imagine all the money these people have invested in themselves. These two girls that I just mentioned. Imagine all the money that they've invested in themselves. The sleepless nights, the emotions, believing people are not gonna support me, the humps of business ownership, the self-doubt. And to have somebody, you done got it out the mud. You was raised on food stamps and you said, screw who don't support me. I'm going to follow my dreams. I can make this work. You invested in yourself. And then you have somebody that comes around and say, oh, give me 70. You can keep the 30. You did good. Pat you on the back. But 70 got to go over here to these folks that didn't want to work. Even though you grew up on food stamps too. But hey, they on food stamps right now. Hand it over. Can y'all imagine that? So I think we are not forward thinking enough to truly understand how these things affect us, could affect us in the future, people around us, people we might admire. Some things are just not realistic, y'all. It's people that have grown up impoverished and they're out here making their dreams come true every day. And you're going to turn around and tell them, give me 70%? When we think of people making money, why we always think of Mark Zuckerberg? Why we always think of the Koch brothers? But you never think about those people with those success stories that may look like you, that may have started on food stamps, that may have not been raised by their parents. That may have been in a sucky education system, but they took the time, the money, the resources, they invested in themselves, they believed in themselves, they got it out the mud, like these rappers say. Ain't no way I can look in somebody's face like that and say, give me 70%. No way, y'all. These policies have to be more forward thinking, man. You just can't think on one side of the aisle. When things like this are put in place, It affects a lot of people, but some people are so short-sighted. So short-sighted. So you have these people trying to implement these policies under the guise of free for all, caring about the poor. Even the freaking Bible said the poor will always be here. Always. The poor will always be amongst us. Y'all think some policy can come along and change that? Other than the word we just looked up, which is communism, that creates a freaking elite in the poor, or the government in the poor. Hey, Unity. They want to get rid of farting cows, replace the airplanes. Like, we have to look deeper at these things, man. I know, like, when stuff is said, people, want to act like, oh, it's all about the poor. We care about the poor. But it's deeper than it, man. It's so much deeper than it. And this is the stuff that people don't really want to look at, and they will sneak these things in here, y'all. Free universal health care is only one step away from free universal income or universal income. Think about that. Universal income, thinking about it from a common sense approach, it will kill industries. It will kill creativity. It literally devalues hard work and the people out here literally investing in themselves, making things happen, moving forward, making things happen for their families. People that actually deserve everything they're working for. And so I don't know why people always see themselves out of the mix, or they don't include themselves into certain things. Like, for example, how I was saying with the I did the video on the, what was that law? And everybody started talking about gentrification, the urban revitalization. And I'm like, so you don't take the time to envision yourself in this, to say, dang, well, how can I jump on this? How can I be a part of this? What can I learn about this? What can I do with this information? You automatically jump to the most negative thing of how it's going to affect somebody way over there. But it's literally people out here, including Black people, who are benefiting from these things. So this idea that we can't, everything sucks, I can't be included in that, that's only for rich people. What kind of thinking are we doing here? Are we going to think land, or are we going to think brains? Which one is it? Land or brains? Which one is it going to be? Which one is going to be more important? What are people trying to do? If I had the chance to choose between the opportunity or the chance to be rich, instead of just being poor with everybody else around me just like them, Which one would y'all choose? It's like Tennessee said, that's the same thinking that has kept us in this depraved state. I saw somebody gave me a super chat earlier, y'all, and thank you, Darrell. He said, "Hi, Rhonda. What foolishness are they trying to pull?" Thank you, Darrell. But when these people and these politicians are introducing stuff, man, y'all have to think from like a very common sense approach. Because it sounds nice, but this is the same way they got over on me on the freaking pro-choice. The same way. Same freaking way, right? They slide that in there. Oh, come to our side. Don't you care about women's rights? You love women, right? You're a woman. Come over here, join us. You know, we just want you to be safe. We want you to have control over your body. We want you to make the decisions. Until I find out whose neighborhoods you targeting. Until I find out you want less doctors signing off on late-term abortion procedures. Until I find out that the governor is talking about wrapping up babies and making a baby comfortable and letting the mom and the doctor make decisions. Same way with this. You have Alexandria Cortez coming out. Oh, come to our side. Of course you want a green earth. Of course you want to be able to breathe and enjoy the air when you go outside. You don't want cow farts ruining it for you, do you? I mean, of course you want that. Down with carbon monoxide. Make the earth greener. Make it better. Until I find out that you're gonna give people jobs when I've been out here investing into myself for years and you just handing it out. You get a job, you get a job, you get a job. Next thing I know, it's gonna be universal income. So Eric said, I'll ask again, how does UBI kill creativity? How will giving people money to survive hurt businesses? Because you destroy industry. You destroy industry. Let's say you create a window washing business, right? You've saved up all this money. You've been investing in yourself for years. And you finally create this window washing business. You created it from your own capital. You hire your family, your friends, however you want to do it. This is your business. This is your baby. You finally see your window washing business making money. You are one of the only window washing businesses in your area. When the government starts handing out jobs, you have to think about how many people are here, first of all. When the government starts handing out jobs, at some point, they're going to have to say, we're running out of jobs. What can we find for people to do? Now, you've invested thousands into your business. Now here you are, they say, well, you know what? Y'all, I don't know, find something to do. Go out and wash windows. And we'll pay you $7.75 an hour to wash windows because we just want you to be paid. At $7.75, if you have been charging $20, $30, $40 to wash windows, they're getting paid $7.75. They're trying to compete with you. What do you think they're going to come in and charge? They're going to come in and charge half, a third of what you're charging. So not only are they taking all your business, so it kills competition, right? It kills competition. They're getting paid less, but hey, they're getting paid. Now they're taking all the competition from your business that you have been putting into for years. Not only that, you might have some little boy or teenager or whatever sitting at home thinking, well, I don't want to get into street life. I don't want to be in a gang. What can I do to, I don't really want to go work for anybody. I want to go work for myself. If a window washing business is what his idea of what he wanted to do, he's not gonna come do it now because he sees what's happening to you. So he say, man, I ain't finna go invest no $3,000, $5,000 in no window washing business when these people can just pay me $7.75. Because when I get over a certain amount of money, they just gonna take 70% anyway. So why would I invest in myself to start a window washing business and I could get rich? Who knows? Who knows what contracts you can get, who you can pick up. You might get all type of towers and downtown businesses and be able to hire contractors and people working for you. You don't know what type of connections you can make. But here I am again. I'm this young boy sitting on the couch. I'm 17 years old. My mind was just thinking window washing business, but shoot, now I'm finna go work for these people, make $7.75. I'm gonna keep the $5,000 that I had in my pocket, and I never know if I can reach my dreams now. I never know if I can reach that $1 million mark or that 6-figure mark or hire employees or give other people in my neighborhood jobs, bring my homeboys up. That's how. It stifles innovation. It stifles creativity. It's a whole system. And those are the things that have to be thought about. And hopefully I explained it right, y'all. But that's the point I was trying to get to. So you're not gonna take that money to invest in yourself if they finna take it from you at 70%. You can save your money, save the risk, because businesses are risky. So why not avoid the risk and just make what everybody making anyway if they're gonna take the risk from you? So this is a whole y'all big discussion. I really didn't even think I was gonna get into it this deep, this far. Because I thought I was just gonna hit on it and be done. But so that's pretty much all I had to say for tonight. I think I pretty much touched on everything. I might end up making a video literally just talking about socialism at some point, talking about the Green New Deal, because it's kind of like a heavy topic, and I want to make sure that I explain it correctly and things like that. But hopefully, T. Loom said no risk, no reward. Exactly. Exactly. Do y'all know how good it feels to invest money in yourself for over years and then finally see a return on that? Do you know how that make you feel in your heart? And to have somebody want to take it from you, what would incentivize you to take the risk? If they're gonna take it from you at 70% and give money to people who never had that same desire, that same fire, that same passion as you. So, but anyway, y'all, this is my 2, maybe 5 cents for tonight. Thank y'all, everybody. Hopefully I kind of made my point, but like I said, I'll probably be talking about this a little bit more. Thank y'all for rocking with me. They got on me tonight because I didn't send out the notification early enough, so I won't do that again next week. But all right, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for the super chats. If you have not subbed, make sure you go ahead and sub for me, and I will see y'all later.